Hi, this is Lynn Madajan from Madajan's Herbals, and tonight we're going to talk about foraging, and we're going to talk a little bit about foraging in your backyard. So last night, I guess it wasn't last night, it was Monday. Monday, I actually got out and mowed my front yard, and I knew there was a lot of plant medicine out there, but I had let the yard get away from me quite a bit, and so what I needed to do was just close my eyes and mow. And so that's what I did, and ended up, losing a reasonable amount of medicine. So I went out tonight and picked up red clover. So this is red clover, all right, and it comes. I'm not going to use this red clover because it grew up between my sidewalk and the curb, and so it's been blasted with a lot of car exhaust. But I wanted to let you see, what it looks like. So actually, what I'm going to do is, this is white clover, and this is red clover. So red clover is the less common, and white clover is the more common. Now here in my yard, I have a lot of both, typically. It is, they are classified as a perennial legume, which I think that surprised me. I mean, that's kind of like beans and black-eyed peas and lentils. Those are all legumes. So this is in the same family. It's very high in fiber and protein. It is, it's called red clover, but it actually is purple. So I'm not quite sure who it was that decided to call it red, but, I don't know. It, typically, I use it in tea or in a capsule form. You can use it in salads. You can make a decoction. You can make a tincture. There's a wide variety of things that you can do with it. Clover is a rich source of vitamins A, B2, B3, C, and E, and it contains a little bit of just the regular B. It has substantial amounts of calcium, chromium, magnesium, lecithin, potassium, and silicium. It's a really good addition to your diet. If you end up in a situation where food has become scarce. I was just watching a YouTube on the Depression and how many people actually learned again how to forage in the forests and the other yards and places like that, so that they could augment the food that they had. It is, if you're using it as a medicine, red clover is a staple of the herbal I can't even say this, herbal blood cleansing formulas. So that's what I use it for, is to clean my blood out. It has a long history of use as a medicinal herb. One of its common uses is to help with overall cardiovascular health. It's an excellent blood purifier that over time gradually cleanses the bloodstream and connects deficiencies in the circulatory system. So if you're having circulatory problems, a long-term course of taking the red clover is more than likely going to help. It has been shown to thin blood and reduce the possibility of blood clots and arterial plaques. So the other thing that you have to keep in mind is, if you are on a blood thinner, make sure you tell your doctor and you get tested regularly enough, because you don't want your blood to get too thin. Among classical herbalists, red clover is known as one of the world's oldest and most common natural herbal supports for the treatment of all varieties of cancer, anywhere in the body. It is found as a central ingredient in many anti-cancer support formulas. Its use is so common that one study found that 33 different cultures use the herb to support and fight against cancer. Not surprisingly, most doctors and the FDA and many new school herbalists don't have that information and have dismissed the red clover as useless in dealing with cancer. But researchers at the National Cancer Institute have indeed found anti-tumor properties in red clover. These incredible red clover benefits come from genistein. It is a biochemical in the plant that has the ability to prevent tumors from developing the blood supplies they need to survive, thus starving them and killing them. As it turns out, genistein is the same biochemical considered to be the main beneficial biochemical in soy. But red clover has a significant advantage over soy. It contains not just the genistein, but significant levels, about 10 times more than found in soy, of all 4 beneficial estrogenic isoflavones, a special class of antioxidants, including daidzein. In addition to the isoflavones, red clover contains another class of anti-cancer phytoestrogen compounds called coumestans, primarily in the form of bioquinone. In addition to being considered an effective natural cancer treatment and support herb, red clover has shown promise in areas of estrogen-related health. The isoflavones found in red clover have been shown to produce estrogen-like effects in the body. As such, red clover is commonly used to help reduce symptoms of menopause, such as hot flashes, night sweats, and PMS, while at the same time promoting breast enhancement and breast health. It is also thought to help decrease the risk of women developing osteoporosis later in life, and the isoflavones found in red clover have been associated with an increase in good HDL cholesterol and pre- and post-menopausal women. Amazing heart health, and this is free. You go get it out of your yard. It's pretty impressive. When you're making tea with herbs, first of all, you're going to do is you're going to dry your herbs. And so what I would do if I were going to dry these is I would tie them in a bundle. Just like this. And then I would hang them in my kitchen and let them dry. Now, if you have a dehydrator, you can put them in your dehydrator and go much faster. Or you can put it in a very low oven. And I believe you can even use a microwave to dehydrate some herbs. I probably wouldn't do that, mostly because I don't have a microwave. But I think the microwave messes a little bit too much with the way that it heats things up. So you're going to dry these, and the parts of that you're going to use are the leaves and the flower and the stem. So once you've got them dried, then you're just going to cut them all up. And it is then when you're ready to make your tea, if that's how you choose to do it, you need to steep your tea for 15 to 20 minutes. If you steep it less than 15 to 20 minutes, you are going to get the taste of the clover, which is a pretty good taste, but you're not going to get the medicine. So that's what you need to do, is make sure that you get the medicine. Now, you could also, as it's cut and sifted, you could make a salad herb blend, and maybe that's something that I'm going to play with, I think, where you take a lot of dried herbs and chop them up, and then you can put them on your salad as, you could even put some nuts in there, like sunflower seeds, or, and just make a little crunchy salad topper. You could also infuse the herbs in an oil and in a vinegar and use it as an oil and vinegar salad dressing. So lots of different things that you can do. In addition to the isoflavones and the genistein, the red clover also contains calcium, chromium, magnesium, niacin, phosphorus, potassium, thiamine, and vitamin C. Historically, it's been used and is still used today to treat whooping cough and other throat-related conditions, such as bronchitis and sore throats. And herbalists oftentimes will put it in a tincture to help treat skin conditions such as eczema and psoriasis. Now, white clover is also medicinal. It is a rich source of many minerals and believed to aid in the proper hormonal functioning of the glands of the human body. The calcium and magnesium content in the white clover help to relax the nervous system. It is believed to promote the flow of lymph and improve the immunity of the body. So here's another contraindication. If you have an autoimmune problem, you're not going to want to take this at a medicinal strength, because my understanding of the autoimmune diseases are your immune system is allergic to your body. So when you strengthen your immune system, it strengthens the allergic reaction to the body, and then your autoimmune disease will get worse. So if you have an autoimmune disease, this is not something that you want to take. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It prevents rheumatism and gout. It is, if you make it into a salve, it will help take the pain away from gout and rheumatism. It manages respiratory disorders. Thanks to the white clover's expectorant, as well as antispasmodic properties, it is used in the treatment of respiratory diseases. So that would be a cough syrup. It would make a great cough syrup. It's helpful in fever and colds by infusing the flowers in water for the 20 minutes. And it can help control diabetes and lipase levels. The extract of the white clover flowers has hypoglycemic and an anti-lipase activities. So, all of the folks that say the clover is a weed, it's a pretty good weed. I mean, it's one that I'm going to keep in my yard. I'm not going to take any action to get rid of it, except for mowing periodically. Now, it's also a magical herb. It is a masculine herb. Its element is air, and the planets are Mercury and Venus. And its magical properties exorcise negative spirits. So you could use it as a smudge. It helps with fidelity, immortality, love, money, protection, and success. So that's the magical, the culinary, and the medicinal properties of clover. So next week, on Wednesday, we're going to talk about the summer solstice. We're going to talk about what is, how to celebrate it, what its correspondences are, and I'm doing it deliberately early so that you can have time to put your altar together, if that's what you do, and decide how you're going to celebrate. I will be doing on the 21st, I will be doing ritual on Facebook Live. We'll be doing it at 6 o'clock on the 21st. And I will let you know what you need to have in order to, I'm still working on the ritual, so I'm not quite sure yet what we need to have to participate in it, but I will let you know in the next couple days so that you can get prepared. Thank you so much. If this was interesting to you, and if you want to do some more herbal medicine like this, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know so that I can be prepared. So take care, have a great evening, and thank you for joining me. Good night.